Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Thank you for being here. My name is Andrew, coming to you from the beautiful Carolinas. Today's topic is going to be, what do you believe, the mask or yourself? Think about that for a minute. Guys, if you like the content, please like, subscribe, and share. So in the narcissistic relationship, when you were in it, you were in it. You didn't know what was up or down, in or out, left or right. Many times you didn't know if you were coming or going because you were not yourself. You became an extension of the narcissist. You were walking around on eggshells. You did not know who to believe, what to believe, where to turn. You also felt isolated, I can assure you that, and you became a shell of yourself. Now, each and every day you were in the narcissistic relationship, it got worse and worse, more and more challenging, more and more difficult, because over time, the culmination of these small paper cuts, if you will, they add up. There's an expression, death by 1,000 paper cuts, something like that. This is never more true than in a narcissistic relationship, because each and every day you continue to bring your A game. Each and every day you try to contribute the best you can. Each and every day you perhaps ignored red flags, didn't trust your instincts or intuition, and you continued to work for the relationship. Now, when you were in the devaluation stage or the narcissistic fog, that's where most of your experience in the narcissistic relationship was, I can assure you, not even a question in my mind. But when you were there, that's when the narcissist knew that they had you. That's when they knew that they had sank their dirty fangs into you and that you were now in a zombie-like trance state. I don't say that lightly. What I say is you were subjected to the whims, the wishes of the narcissist. This is where future faking took place, financial abuse took place, rage fits, gaslighting, stonewalling, the smear campaign, the silent treatment. So many things you experienced, but the whole time you were in this part, in this stage, you were being controlled. You were being manipulated. You did not know what was going on. The reason you didn't know is because you didn't have the education on the narcissistic abusive cycle. Now you're getting it. You're becoming awakened and aware. You are becoming empowered and educated. And now my hope is you're seeing behind the mask. This is something that when you see behind the mask, you look behind the curtain and you identify exactly who this individual was and or is. That is when you see something, you can't unsee it, which means there is no denying the fact that perhaps you are intertwined with a narcissist, or you were. This is a very difficult pill to swallow. It's a reality you weren't prepared for. At this point, many times is when you get your first light bulb moment and you put your relationship and or your experiences and your reality, which was reality, to test alongside the education, the knowledge, the wisdom, the glossary of terms and definitions in the narcissistic abusive cycle. This is when you shine. This is when you actually say to yourself, wait, was it that bad? It was that bad. Did this really happen? It really happened. How did I ignore the red flags? How did I not pay attention to my instincts, my intuition? The reason you didn't is because perhaps you believed in the friendship, or you believed that your sibling would change, or you believed in marriage, or you believed that perhaps your mom or dad, aunt or uncle or neighbor or somebody, they weren't that bad. They are. If they weren't that bad, or if you didn't experience narcissistic abuse, I can assure you, you're not on my channel or many others, getting the education, getting the wisdom, getting the experience, sharing your insight with the community. But getting back on track, who do you believe, the mask or yourself? It's at this point on the healing path, when you finally get the education, you stumble upon channels like mine and many others. And what you do is you say, oh my gosh, this is real, it happened. It's not just me, there's a whole community. Yes, there are millions of us, there are tens of millions of us. I dare say there are billions of us out there that have gone through this, and that we were silenced for a period of time, but no longer are we silenced. We're getting stronger. We're building communities. We are becoming courageous, empathetic individuals, moving forward, being proud of our empathy. But this is when you believe in yourself. This is when you say, wow, despite all I've gone through, despite all I've been through, I'm still here. And actually, I am rising through the ashes like a phoenix. I'm getting stronger each and every day. The reason why you're getting stronger is because you're getting the education. You're being stoic, centered, calm. You're identifying that, in fact, yes, you had something to do with the relationship. You certainly did, because in any relationship, it takes two people, right? That's right. But now you're getting the education and the wisdom, and no longer will you tolerate poor behavior. No, now no longer will you believe in the falseness of the mask. Now no longer do you accept a Hoover. No longer do you believe that this individual, the narcissist, that their words are valid. Bear in mind, the narcissist, they wanted to extract your energy, your resources, your time, your money, your effort, your love, your empathy. All the abundance and all the beauty that you possess, that is what they wanted. And did they acquire it for a period of time? Absolutely. Until when? Until you didn't believe in the mask any longer and you started to believe in yourself. Again, it is at this point when you identified that in fact this person, they weren't authentic, they weren't genuine. What they wanted to do was to take your beauty, your abundance, and harness it for themselves to boost themselves up, the whole while diminishing you. And that is exactly what happened. Again, I'll fast forward. When the relationship ends, if you were discarded or if you ended it yourself, either way, or perhaps you're trying to exit it right now, this is when you have a mountain of work ahead of you. This is when you will grow the most. You will grow in time on the healing path. This will not be easy. It will take time, and in your time you will do it. But this is what you must do, because here are a few reasons. One, perhaps you have the craving for the knowledge. I'm certain you do because you're on the channel. But number two, you need to figure out what narcissism is. It's not just a person looking at themselves in the mirror. That's the last thing it is, although many times they do that too. The other thing is you need to identify who around you are perhaps toxic individuals. You're going to need to figure out if boundaries are needed to be put in place around you. And I can assure you, you do need boundaries, because if you didn't have them in the past, and probably you didn't, that's what the narcissist saw. Again, the narcissist saw in you what many times you could not see in yourself. And they devoured this throughout the relationship until the relationship ended. That's when you gain your superpower, which is your expertise, your experience, your knowledge, your wisdom on the narcissistic abusive cycle. Why? Because you've lived it. You've gone through it. You now speak a superpower. You now speak a super language that I speak. And it's not for the faint of heart. If you've gone through the fire and you've risen through the ashes, believe me, we speak the same language. It's a language you didn't ask to learn how to speak, but yet through trial and fire, you were doctrined. Now you speak it. So now, as the thumbnail mentioned, who do you believe, the mask or yourself? Throughout the relationship, I can assure you, you doubted yourself. You certainly doubted a lot of things about yourself. That is because the narcissist planted seeds of doubt within you. Example, let's say you were sick or you got ill. They would downplay it and tell you, you're not sick, it's no big thing. I've experienced worse. Toughen it out, no big deal. But perhaps you couldn't walk, perhaps you couldn't see, perhaps you developed skin rashes, perhaps you were losing your hair, who knows? But the narcissist was downplaying all of this. Why? Because again, they wanted you working on that hamster wheel, working for them. They needed you to bring your A game. They couldn't have you be sick and you take care of yourself. Why? Because first of all, they weren't going to take care of you, I can assure you that. But second of all, they needed to extract as much of your resources as possible to the detriment of yourself. Play that again and drop comments below if this resonates with you. If you did get sick in the narcissistic relationship, and many of you have, it wasn't just the common cold that you caught. These were some real issues you had. Mysterious illnesses, rashes. Why? Because you're walking around on eggshells and you're anxious, you're on high alert 24/7. And the narcissist wants you to continue to believe in the mask. They don't want you to believe in yourself until when? That's right, until you get the education post-narcissistic relationship, or perhaps you're getting the wisdom now while you are still in the relationship and you're empowering yourself and understanding, wow, I need to get out of this relationship. Either way, the point is, the path is for you to believe in yourself, to not believe the false narrative or rhetoric of the narcissist, to not give the narcissist any of your attention, your time, certainly to not overshare, certainly not to reach out and be in contact with them. Remember, you need to insulate yourself. You need to invest in yourself. You need to place your attention and your energy within yourself and become the strongest version of you, which is the third version of you. And that you will get to once you have gone no contact, blocked them, removed all flying monkeys and people associated with them. But as the thumbnail mentioned again before I close the video, who do you believe, the mask or yourself? You should always trust yourself. You should always pay attention to red flags. You should always pay attention to your instincts and intuition. And think about this for a minute. Who has your best interest at heart throughout your whole life? Who has it been? It's been you. The only thing here is for a period of time you put your guard down because you believed in the mask of the narcissist and the false narrative of the narcissist. And look where we are now. So what I'm explaining to you before I close the video is believe in yourself always, trust yourself always, push the narcissistic relationship and or that false mask aside, continue to grow, to learn, to become the best version of yourself possible. Guys, that's the video. I hope you liked it. I loved doing it from the beautiful Carolinas. This is Andrew. Namaste. Have a great afternoon, evening, or morning, no matter where you are. Remember, you are not alone. No matter where you are on the planet, you are not alone. Continue to focus on yourself. Continue to believe in yourself. Do not believe in the mask. The mask served its purpose for the narcissist. You want genuine, healthy people around you. There's no time on this planet for falseness or for fakeness or for people who want to extract your resources. Believe in yourself always. If not now, when? Guys, I love you no matter where you are on the planet. You're not alone. I will talk to you tomorrow with a video. And I spoke a little bit slower in this video, so feedback would be welcome because I'm being told I'm speaking a little too fast. Thank you guys. I love you guys. Bye.